So I'm getting this vision of this child, and the child is like super, super anxious. I mean, so anxious that they can barely control their body movements. Their face is contorted in anguish. And they're just really, really, truly bothered. For any of you guys who've had maybe special needs kids or something like that, you'll totally understand that. But this kid, I don't know, anywhere from 6 to 7 years old, maybe 5, in that age range. But then, when you back up, you see that the child is sitting on the father's lap. The child has shared everything with the father. He's called on the father. He's asked the father to do this and do that and help me with this and help me with that, whatever. He's really done everything he can do, and now he's just sitting in this anxious ball of energy. But he's sitting with the father, who's just sitting there. And now, if you pan to the father's face, the father is just, his face is steely, his face is firm, but it's like you can tell he's very concerned, and he's feeling everything that the child is feeling. He's just not reacting to it, you know? And he's just sitting there, and his hope, the father's hope, is that the child would feel that the father's sitting there trying to give him his peace. It's like he's not like necessarily not answering him, because he's not. He's not answering him. He's not getting up to go do this thing that the child wants or whatever. He just has the child sitting there with him in this place. And he's just trying to, it's almost like in his silence, God is trying to say, I'm here. You're in a safe place. You're in a good place. He's communicating with his presence. He's communicating with his presence the exact opposite thing that the child's soul is communicating to him, with all the anxiety and all that stuff. And now here's the kicker. The child, his anxiety is based on all the things that the father has told the child. The father has said, well, we're going to go to the amusement park, and you're going to get a bunch of toys, and then we're going to go to the park, and then there's going to be pizza, and there's going to, it's your birthday. And he's freaking out. But he's so excited that his sunny day has turned to gloom and dark cloud, because it's like nothing has happened yet. Is anyone feeling me? Nothing's happened yet. He said all this stuff, but nothing's happened yet. And so, just going outside the vision, it's like, that's us, right? All of us who have followed the Lord, and we're just, you're hearing from the Lord, and you maybe even questioned whether you've heard from the Lord right, and God's just, no, you've heard properly. You've done well. This is the verdict for the chosen, and all of that. But yet time keeps going on and on and on. And you're just in this anxious ball of just anxiety, like a hamster in one of those balls. It's running, and it's just running all over the place and just bouncing into couches and chairs and walls, but it can't get out of the ball, And so it's like the Lord just wants us to know that, hey, I'm here. I prayed to the Lord just last night. I stepped into some areas of prayer that I don't normally ask the Lord about, because I feel like in my spirit or in my heart or somewhere in there, it's like it's blocked off. It's like, no, don't ask that. It's not necessary. Let the peace of God. But I felt like the Lord said to me, it's almost like David eating the showbread, or, like someone who's not the high priest going into the Holy of Holies. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes for me, like my prayers can be that, or at least I feel that way, right? But I just felt like the Lord said, come on, maybe it was like Peter coming out of the boat. So I just walked on prayer waters last night, and I asked the Lord time frame questions. I was asking him stuff about stuff he's recently said to us, and just this latest flood of stuff he said to us. And I'm just like, my God, my heart is just, if we're talking the weight of the weight, I feel like I am bench pressing the most amount of weight I have ever bench pressed in my life. And some people might say, well, you just got to let it go. It's like, then you don't understand. It's like, you can't just let go. It's like, it's inside of you. You know what I'm saying? Something outside of you, you can just let go or you can drop. But if it's inside of you, it's like, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to take it to the Lord, right? Well, taking it to the Lord, yes, there's the peace that surpasses all understanding. But what about when you wake up the next morning, and the next morning, and the next morning? Yes, you got to keep doing that. It's a constant practice. But the thing of it is, here's the deal. Because all of that's Bible, right? Here's something else that's Bible. Hope deferred makes the heart sick. People come up with all kind of circumstantial theology to get out of that. But the scripture says, but the desire fulfilled is a tree of life. Meaning, the only way to be healed of heart sickness is with the desire fulfilled. So unless the desire is fulfilled, you're carrying that thing. Now, in Old Testament times, for prophets, that was called the burden of the Lord. You can't just get rid of that, because God's using that to shape you. And so, God is saying, I want you to come into my peace. I want you to sit with me, and I want you to just feel what I'm feeling. I want you to absorb what I'm doing. I'm at peace. I want you to be there. So that's what I just feel like the Lord's saying right now, It's not easy, man. It is not easy. It is not easy to be a burden bearer. I would imagine it was not easy for anyone. My three main examples that I use all the time on this channel: David, Joseph, and Abraham. I guarantee it was not easy for them. They had to wait until the appointed time. Habakkuk, it says, hey, the vision is for an appointed time. And anything if you go to the Lord today and say, God, give us this day our daily bread, He's going to impart into your life, into your spirit, into your heart, that which is important for today. And I just feel like the Lord is trying to impart that peace. It's like, I know times are tough and hard, and just, I know what you're feeling. I know what you're going through. But it's almost like the Father in the vision knew. He knew if I say anything, if I do anything, it's actually only going to just add to your anxiety. The real, true answer you're looking for is right here. I'm right here. I'm right here. See me. Know me. Know me without words, without confirmations. Know me just by my presence. I'm right here. And He's just like waiting for us to get that, and walk in that kind of strength. The joy of the Lord is our strength. But I know there's no scripture that I know of that says this, but the peace of God is our strength. The love of God is our strength. The faithfulness of God is our strength. And so I just hope that that blesses someone today to know that the Lord himself is your strength. He is your provider. He's the one who hears you. He's the one who is with you. Okay? Bye-bye, guys.